So in this video, we will be talking about why the Knicks did the right thing. Yes, I said it. I know some of you guys are mad. I don't care. The Knicks did the right thing by trading Obi Toppin and keeping Julius Randle. Though it's still early, you never know. Randle could also possibly go in the trade. But right now, we know for sure that Obi is gone. So let's talk about it. So yes, welcome to the channel. I am the objective fan, straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. You know the vibes. We're here to talk about Obi Toppin. And before we get into it, since this may be your first time here, why don't you take the time to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button so we can stay connected and get more people to ride with us on this New York Knicks train. As some of you guys are mad, I've been arguing all day. Now, the date of this recording is July 2nd. I've been on the money thus far. If you watch my shorts, I've been on the money. I predicted Obi was going to be traded 10 days ago. And it was based off something that I noted 2 years ago. So I've been on the money, man. That's why you got to follow me so you can stay connected. But I already called it out, so I'm not surprised that Obi got traded. Now, if you want to argue that maybe 2 second-round picks wasn't the right move for Obi, then we can argue that. I just want to start off by saying Randle is the more proven player thus far, right? Think about it. If you have a company and you got 2 employees, one guy been with you for 10 years, he was employee of the year 1 year, he's always employee of the month, maybe every 4 months, right? And he does his job very well. He has a really good track record within the company. And then you got another guy who's a new guy who hasn't really got a chance to do much in the company. Now you have to lay off one of these 2 employees. Which one will you keep? Of course, you're going to stay with the guy who's been there for 10 years. So we're in research mode. I definitely got these stats up, and we're going to get into what exactly am I talking about, right? So before we continue the video, why don't you take time to visit our Knicks fans shop so you can check out some of our merchandise. As you can see on the screen, we got the I Bleed Orange and Blue t-shirts, different versions of that. And then we also got the hate disseminated by naysayers. Give it, go to the website, check it out. We got a cool 10% off discount, and definitely support independent media. This is one way we want you guys to give us your support. Now back to the video. So Obi Toppin, let's look at his career. All right, he's 3 years in the league. Notice how this past season he played 67 games, started 5, and he was averaging 7 points a game, which is a drop off from the previous year. What's going on here to drop him from 17.1 to 15.7 minutes and, basically 2 points, right? What's happening here, right? Now, and then let's just go to Julius Randle, right? Look at Randle's stats, right? You're talking about career highs. We're talking about Julius Randle, right? So even higher than his most improved season, his best season prior to this year when he had 24 and 10. This year he averaged 25 and 10, so he took his points up a notch while playing 2 less minutes than he did in that previous year. Just to give you guys some food for thought on how good of a season Randle actually had this year. And he's a 2-time All-NBA MVP. So I'm going to go with the proven guy, right? I'm not going to go with the guy that's just giving me 7 points. Now, to be fair, because this is the Objective Knicks Fan channel, so let's pull up the game log. So these are the games here where he started. So in the games he started, he put up 32, 34, 21, 10. Good numbers, right? However, I can't base the choice between the 2 guys on that. Because if I go to Julius Randle, do we really want to compare game logs? He had 57 in the game, 46, 43, 40. So I don't care about that. Those individual games from Obi, right? Obi has potential to be possibly somewhere around a 20-point scorer at his ceiling. Randle has surpassed that. Randle, we're talking about multiple All-Star. Can he crack All-NBA second team? So Julius Randle is the more proven guy. He also has the accolades. Now, I touched on the accolades in my short. The question here is, do you believe Obi Toppin could even reach Julius Randle's level, which would be multiple All-Stars, multiple All-NBA teams, and a 20 and 10 or just 25 a game. I don't think Obi will be a 20 and 10. But I think that based on accolades and a lot of the things that I already spoke about, Julius Randle is the better player and possibly will be the better player. Look, all right, so look at this. He's 28 years old. He's born in November, so he's still in his 20s. But let's go to Obi's age. Obi's 25. So Obi is not, especially, I know some people think this is the RJ Barrett channel for some reason. Salute to RJ. RJ is 23 years old, 22 years old, just turned 23. And guys give him a lot of flack about, he doesn't have time to develop. So now some of you guys feel like Obi is going to become a guy who can average 25 a game. I don't know if Obi has the ability to do that. Nor do I know if Obi will be an all-star even just one time in his career. And I don't think Julius Randle is done with all-star appearances. So based on accolades, once again, we got to go with Julius Randle. I have a question. Do you think I'm bugging? Did the Knicks really do the right thing trading Obi Toppin? If you think I'm crazy, tell me. Just let me know in the comments box below and we'll have a conversation. But I reply to all comments, okay? Let's talk about it. Another thing, too, I kind of hinted to it. Obi Toppin is one-dimensional. I mean, let's look at the numbers, right? Let's look at averages. Obi Toppin shot 4 threes a game. Let's round up. So you see here 3.7 threes last year, which is basically almost double, definitely over a third of increase in his three-point attempts, right? And his percentage also went up in threes. So yes, he's becoming more of a three-point threat because one thing you don't want to be labeled, especially as a forward in this league, is someone who could just dunk the ball. 35%, 34% is not a bad percentage, but this is his first year he's done that. In the previous years, he was a 30% shooter. We know that he has a stretch of good games when Randle's not pressured, but can he put that on for an entire season? I don't know. I just believe that even when he gives you, if we go back to the game logs, when he plays, the more minutes he plays, the more he scores. Well, not technically. Not technically. Some of his other games over 20 minutes. I mean, he hasn't really produced much this year. He only one game he's produced about 15 points. So, but my grander point is, look at the rebounds. Has he even got over 10 rebounds? He hasn't even gotten over 10 rebounds this year. He doesn't have handle, right? He doesn't handle the ball. Now, maybe he might implement some of that in Indiana. I don't know. I just think he's going to be a Halliburton pick and roll machine, right? But I don't see him doing much more than what he did in this stretch. Let me show you. Is he going to get 42 minutes in Indiana? 36 minutes in Indiana? I don't know. 33 minutes? Maybe. And does he have the consistency? Because you got to understand, when you're coming off the bench and teams are preparing for you, they're not honing in on you. When you become a starter, he has big plans. Oh, okay, I'm gonna beat Mahomes. All right, salute to Obi. Listen, I'm rooting for Obi. Listen, man, I'm not a player hater, man. I'm from Brooklyn. We don't hate over there. I don't think Obi is going to be able to get to Julius Randle's level. He's a one-dimensional player. Another thing, because he's one-dimensional and Randle is so amazing, you're not gonna move the guy who is having success. You're gonna move the guy who is, looking for the opportunity or coming into the situation, right? And Obi was always a guy that was coming in behind Randle. You couldn't play them together. Obi is not a center, and he's damn sure not a small forward because he is not guarding on the perimeter. And that's another thing to add to the one-dimensional talk. He's not a good defender either. He can't guard the perimeter. You don't really have too many low-post threats, but he's not a good box-out guy. Doesn't really do much outside of score, get dunks, and shoot that I can write home about. Can he develop his game into that? I don't know. He's 25. And a lot of you guys are the ones that bash RJ. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I think he's a great athlete. I think he can get 14, 15 a game consistently for the Pacers. Maybe even close to 20. Now, I don't see it this season. Maybe in a future season, if he gets comfortable, maybe he can start putting up 20 a game. But you couldn't play them together. And then the last thing I'm gonna say, Julius Randle's salary. So I mean, let's look at these guys. Giannis is making over $40 million a year. Luka's making definitely, if not over 40, over 30. Joel Embiid, same thing. Shai Gilgeous is making over 30. Jason Tatum he actually makes 20, like around 26, right? So that's the first team. Let's look at the second team. Jaylen Brown's about to get paid. I don't think he's signed any deal yet. Like I said, this is July 2nd. But he's definitely getting, Jaylen Brown's getting over, he's getting a max contract. Jimmy Butler, over $30 million. Steph Curry, you already know, super max. Nicholas Jokic, super max. Donovan Mitchell, super max, right? All these guys on the All-NBA team besides Jason Tatum is making crazy money, okay? So let's go to the third team. De'Aaron Fox, over $30 million. LeBron, you already know, big contract. Damian Lillard, the biggest contract. I think his last year, his deal is $65 million. And then Sabonis, I believe, is also was extended over $30 million a year. Randle's the only one in the $20 million range, man. Think about that. All the top NBA players all make over $30 million besides Tatum. And look at Ja's supermax contract. Drew, I'm not sure about Drew Holiday's contract, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the 30s. Jalen Brunson, you all know that's our guy. He should be in the 30s. Devin Booker, James Harden, okay? Tyrese Halliburton, okay? All these guys getting paid. So even the runner-ups, I'm just trying to show you that the Knicks was not going to trade Julius Randle when he's at a discount and he's an all-NBA talent. Does that make sense? Kristaps Porzingis didn't even make an all-NBA team, and he's getting $30-something million. Give me a break. So they wanted to move Obi's contract too because they wasn't going to sign Obi. They had no interest in because they knew they couldn't play them together. So they made their choice, and they stuck with it. If the Knicks need to make a definitive move when it comes to Quickly or Obi. Don't just have these guys lingering around. Like, if you're going to trade them now so you can get the top value. Because Obi's numbers probably would have went down again if they kept him another year. Or they would have to move at the All-Star break to try to hopefully catch a desperate team that needs a 4. That one probably wouldn't have been a bad decision, too. But what I didn't want them to do was extend Obi and then move him. Let that be another team's burden. Because if Obi has another bad year or if he gets badly hurt, then you're going to have trouble you're probably going to have to extend them or at least give him the qualifying offer. So now you're going to have to commit another year to a guy because you can't just let him walk. And I know what you guys are saying. Oh, my God, we got 2 second-round picks. Listen, this is July 2nd when I recorded this video. There may be another move. Okay? That's all for this video. So stay tuned to these closing messages. And until next time, let's go Knicks. Check out the brand new, hottest Knicks fan store on the net. Shop at theobjectiveknicksfan.com. And we got the brand new I Bleed orange and blue t-shirts. We got them in white. We got them in black. Shop now on the website to get yours t-shirt now. We have them in all sizes. We have them from small to 3X. We also got the hate disseminated by naysayers and how mad it inspires players to push forward. Rep your team this offseason with style and pride. And you can get your shirts now. We will be launching a 10% discount. So get yours now, exclusively on shop.theobjectiveknicksfan.com.